something wrong with my dog. It was a Friday evening, around 11 at night. I'm lying on the couch, watching a TV show that I don't remember. I get bored, and I turn the TV off. That was when I hear the sound of my dog crying outside, followed by increasingly insistent scratching at the door. Nothing out of the ordinary. I let him in, and everything is normal. The feeling of boredom sets in again as I sit down. That's when I realize the house just feels oddly quiet. So I turn the TV back on and put something else on. As I'm sitting there, I begin to get the strange feeling of eyes gazing into my soul, and I can't quite pick from where. Everything seemed normal though. Almost too normal. That was when I reached for the remote, but I couldn't find it. That's when I remembered I left it on the kitchen bench. I retrieved it and began to walk back to the couch when I noticed my dog staring at me, his eyes following every step towards the couch. An eerie feeling sets in, but I don't take mind of it. There was something weird about his eyes that I didn't notice. They were oddly human, and they pierced into my soul. That was when it happened. The TV turned off while I was holding the remote, but my hand was nowhere near the power button. And as I fumbled to turn it back on, I heard the cries of an animal outside, but I didn't take note of it, even though they felt familiar. I didn't notice during the ad break of my show. That's what I get for not paying extra for Prime. I never noticed that my dog had gotten closer to me, and that he was looking at me and smiling. My dog was smiling, and it wasn't even in a cute way, it was creepy. And his eyes, they didn't even match his expression. They were wide, unusually wide, and sunken in. I wasn't sure if I was in my right mind, so I decided to go outside and get some fresh air. As I walked to the front door and closed it behind me, I started hyperventilating, trying to rationalize what I saw. Then my dog ran out to me, acting normal. How was he outside? I just saw him inside. There's no way he could have escaped. That was when I turned around and looked through the stained glass into my front door. Through the stained glass window, I saw what was a warped version of my dog staring at me with its beady eyes and a deranged smile. It lunged towards the door, struggling to open it. I was trying to remember whether I'd locked it or not, but I realized I didn't have my keys on me. I started running, my dog following, but I hear the door slam wide open. The creature that disguised itself as my dog was now chasing me down, looking like a twisted version of him, almost human, but yet so animalistic. It chased me down the block. I started losing my breath, and it was catching up to me. I lose my balance and fall to the pavement, grazing my knee. And it grabbed my leg with its mouth and started dragging me along the pavement. I screamed. My dog was following. It grabs me. I started trying to fight back with long, human-like fingers. And it unhinges its jaw, revealing thousands of sharp, shark-like teeth. This was it. I thought to myself, this was how I was going to die. Undignified. I lost. Unable to fight back, I closed my eyes and accept my fate, preparing for what was going to happen. That was when I fell to the ground and hit my head. I couldn't remember what happened in between, but when I gained consciousness again, I was being transported in an ambulance. Which gave me a lot of relief. The first question I was so worried about him, where my dog was, and the paramedics said that they were fine. They told me not to worry about the entity that was attacking me. They said it was eliminated by police. A wave of relief hit me like a truck. When I arrived at the hospital, they gave me some basic tests and discharged me the next morning. The next week, I went through some extensive therapy for my trauma, and I was able to finally go outside again. I went out to get the mail, and as I was opening it up, something worse than what happened that night attacked me. And it wasn't a monster. It was the bill for the ambulance, and it was $300.